What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to go over some expectations for this upcoming week and what their earnings is tentatively looking like. Before getting to any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with this upcoming week, not a lot of data points that's going to move the broader market. Couple Fed speakers. So one is on Monday, a couple near the tail end of the week. Some is linked to monetary policy, so that will obviously be correlated with interest rates and whatever else. But this week it's going to be more of a technical driven week, and as it stands, even leading into Monday, it doesn't look the best because a couple of things did develop over this last weekend that's really affecting the broader market, because you do see the futures, NASDAQ down 2.45%, S&P down 1.5%, so it does look like a little bit of a bloodbath. And some was obviously just pre-existing, rolling over from last week, but at the same time, I believe this did come out on, it looks like August the 3rd, so yesterday, that good old Warren Buffett did reduce his share in Apple by 50%. There's different ways to interpret this. Some are saying that obviously it's a signal of a top. Some people are saying that it's profit taking, but whatever way you want to spin it, the market is taking this as a very big negative. So once again, I think this is definitely going to really spread across the broader market and really hit a lot of stocks that were kind of teetering on a technical way. So I'm going to go over everything that you need to know. As of right now, though, the Fear and Greed Index is under the fear category 27, so people's appetite for risk isn't necessarily going to be there. And in my opinion, SoundHound does kind of meet that criteria of being a momentum play. Of course, it's a hybrid stock, as I brought up in the past, very heavily shorted, so it's a short squeeze play, AI stock, and also obviously a momentum stock. So as it stands, whenever the market is under the extreme fear or fear categories, you don't really see obviously SoundHound getting bought up all that much. One thing that could change that, though, is their upcoming earnings. So as of right now, I'll give you guys a quick summary of that. It is slated for Thursday after hours, so kind of just stay tuned for that. But earnings per share is -9 cents. And right here, we're looking at the revenue, 13.09 million. Over the last 90 days, there has been one positive and 3 negative revisions. So that's kind of a good thing. Looking at the estimates, though, on a quarterly basis, so that -9 cents is represented, or kind of shows, a 13.33% year-over-year growth. 6 analysts kind of made up that consensus right there. And then looking at the revenue, 7 analysts, and that does represent a 49.64% year-over-year growth. So definitely need to watch for those metrics to be hit, because the market has been absolutely meticulous about companies not really performing the best. So definitely watch for that. Aside from that, future guidance. So what is SoundHound? What do they have in the works? Do they have, for instance, McDonald's? That seems to be one of the biggest rumors that's floating around. And what else do they have coming up? So I think that will be one of the biggest driving factors over and above their key metrics. So it should be a very big roller coaster. Their earnings is going to be the cherry on top. So we'll just have to wait and see. Even right now, you do see Bitcoin down 9.88%. So clearly people's appetite for risk is not there. So once again, that could really carry forward into this upcoming week. So let me know your thoughts on that. And you can kind of see a lot of big companies unveiling their earnings. So you do have good old Palantir. You have right here Berkshire Hathaway first thing on Monday. So he might be able to reassure investors about him cutting Apple, or at least justify that. So you might see a tentative sell-off because of everything, but oddly, Berkshire Hathaway might calm the broader market. We'll just have to wait and see. Aside from that, you do have Robinhood, and then yours truly after hours Thursday. So kind of stay tuned for that. Aside from all that fun stuff going over shorts, like I said, it is a very unique hybrid stock, very heavily shorted. So on Friday, shorts did increase 1.79 million shares, 25.98% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 75.77 million shares overall being shorted. So pretty much all-time high. It looks like previous high was 25.84. So yes, we are at all-time high short interest numbers. Kind of crazy to think of, but utilization 89.41, short score 76.29, and then cost to borrow average is 9.62%. So all in all, anticipate shorts to be very active this week, and once again probably carrying forward a new all-time high. This is a good opportunity though if you do believe in SoundHound bigger picture. Take advantage of these discounted prices, because yeah, sometimes AI stocks take some time to develop. You can kind of see that based on this as well. Looking at the revenue, it takes time, but if they do continuously hit these marks that is set by analysts, then that's some pretty good growth. So once again, something to kind of consider. Looking at the options activity from Friday, so you do see 662,000 in calls, 502,000 in puts. 45% of all the options being done on Friday were optimistic and bullish. Looking right here at the actual chart though, so at the open interest for August 9th expiry, so this chain right here, you do see it ranging from roughly about $5 to give or take around $6.50. That's what Wall Street is clearly anticipating kind of for it to trade between, so something to keep in mind. It does have kind of a low roughly around $4 to $3.50, so once again more potential downside coming. And when it comes down to the momentum side of it, I always like to analyze where their institutions are buying, what they've been doing. So these are all the transactions occurring on Friday above $100,000. Regrettably, you do see majority of them are sells, and based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. So once again, pretty much majority was sells. Even the day prior on Thursday, you had a couple buys first thing, but it's not the best. I think SoundHound, I really do like what they're doing. Just it's kind of a sticky sector, and so a lot of analysts as well are starting to come out and saying that kind of just the tech stocks are just overdone, so that needs to be rotated into, for instance, bonds. That's what oddly some analysts are saying, because with interest rates potentially going down right now, a 71.5% likelihood of a 50 basis point cut for the September 18th meeting. In theory, with interest rates going down, bonds go up. So I think this is also what is happening with Bitcoin. So there is kind of a broad market rotation happening. So this is where SoundHound, even though it does have a lot of good future, very innovative company, it might just get kind of overlooked for at least this week, or maybe even the foreseeable future. Hopefully they do hit a home run earnings, and that'll draw a lot of attention to it. But again, we'll kind of just have to stay tuned for that. With it right now at $4.62, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 458 will be the next strong support. In my opinion, I think it is going to instantly blow below that come Monday, and roughly around 437 might be kind of the next stopping point for SoundHound. So just take note of some of the strong support and resistance points. Oddly enough, SoundHound, their technicals and kind of these points have been a very good indicator of where SoundHound has been going. Regrettably, again, SoundHound has been largely trending down majority of the time, but still it does kind of bounce off of these key support points, and it does trend higher. So going into this upcoming week, just watch 405 and then 437. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Are you a buyer this week? What is your expectations from their earnings? Is there anything key that you are really paying attention to for them to say? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.